We also handle corporates, which means that across industries we serve. That is one of the reasons why I was invited for the webinar which took place on November 30th. I was asked to make a presentation on COMESA of Indian COMESA relationship. So I did the presentation, where I found that most of the African countries, between Africa and India, we have a lot of things in common. For example, the forest reserves and also the agri reserves, quite huge, which is not being tapped properly. That's what I feel. So that needs to be the focus for the first to start the relationship. Now, COVID, I think, is one of the key things that is happening in the world. In India, basically, we found that COVID did not affect people who have a good immunity levels, and those people who had a clean life, they're not affected. Disciplined food not been affected. So most of the food what we take, particularly in South Indians, like our turmeric, garlic, all these are blended or added to the as a spice to these foods. So therefore, the immunity level has gone up very well. So therefore, most of us are not affected by the COVID. So that's one. The second, so which means agro-pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals will be one of the focus areas in the relationship that I'm going to take it forward. And particularly from Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry and Kerala, I think all of us agree that we have focus on agro results. So, for example, I can tell you a few products which you are trying to introduce. For example, for the eye, vitamin A is a key component. It's a product called beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is chemically manufactured worldwide, but the same beta-carotene is available in blue green algae, which can be developed in lands in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So these are very good substitutes for chemical products. So like this with African countries, particularly Comesian countries, we can definitely have a long way to go. And I am sure with the size of these two continents, subcontinent and the continent, I think we'll take a very good space in the global map shortly.
Excuse me. The first thing you will recognize is that my skin is not either here nor there. But I can tell you that I have been living in Africa and African countries for 30 years before I made my home in India. And as it so happened, my first 2 years living in India were in Chennai. What it allows me to have is, having worked in around about 37 countries across the African continent, out of the 55 countries we have, is a good understanding of how things work, or how they not work, what can be done, and what should be done. It is also my opinion that whatever work is done between India and any African state is that the partners are to be of equal standing, that there is not one junior partner in it. The pluses are, of course, that both the countries of Africa all are developing countries, and so is India a developing country. So it is not a sort of top-down kind of attitude, I think, that will be approached. That we have COMESA here joining us with an office in Chennai is always significant because the entrance to South India by sea is Chennai. And I look forward to be part of this incredible journey that is about to be undertaken more vigorously than ever before for bringing the African continent and the mystic India together. Thank you.
It has grown into a better diplomatic level, and Ethiopia is the first African country that has started established its embassy in India in 1994, in 1948, just 1 year after the independence of India. this really shows the historic relationship between India and Ethiopia. So I believe even if there are currently more than 600 Indian companies that are operating in Ethiopia, working in different kind of sectors, but I believe the formation of this Indian Trade Council would really help to boost the already existing good relationship between many different countries and India and also with Ethiopia. So I again want to congratulate Dr. Asif for his initiation, and also I want to acknowledge the fact that the formation of such kind of trade council would be an eye-opener and also a gateway to just go and look for what is really going on in Ethiopia, because in Ethiopia and also in Africa, because Ethiopia, India and Africa really share a lot of commonalities.
Month, Chennai, and the launch of Africa Special Economic Zone in Kolar on 100 acres land parcel for the collaboration of African companies is of high priority and high concern this year. And I now invite press members to please raise your hands and raise your questions.
For technical collaboration and India's support, especially during the COVID times, has been very immense. On the aspect of the health collaborations that we have made. Apart from that, if you look at the whole region as such, the Africa Free Trade Agreement that is launched in January 2021, which will be implemented by 2030, that is an action plan. So the whole region is going to be completely in line. Everybody has their own needs. We have got neighboring countries next to Ethiopia. We have Djibouti. Djibouti has its own strategic relations with India. Ethiopia has its own relations with India.
There's no doubt about it that South India and the manufacturing here, the services, they provide an important component of India's exports to Africa, and in particular to East and Southern Africa. We have a special focus on this area today. And equally, one of the important things that link India with Ethiopia are our students. A large number of Ethiopian students come and study here in India. Of course, they study all over the country, but since so many good institutions are located in South India, so there too, this is an important and timely visit. So I'm sorry I joined you late, so I'm not perfectly sure what was the discussion about.
The press, they had some questions about I think somebody had a question from about the vaccine, what is happening on the vaccine front. So we say from Madam.
As a matter of fact, our External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, met all the ambassadors of East and Southern Africa just 2 days ago, and we have discussed India's vaccine diplomacy. We have discussed this matter, and we've explained to our good friends, our African friends, on exactly what to do. India will, of course, stand by Africa in this, the issue of vaccines, as it has in every other matter. And the modality of ensuring access of Africa to our vaccines has been discussed. So our African friends are familiar with it. Our intention with our African partners too is to have the staggering in the same way that we are having in our own country. That is to say that health workers and municipal workers and frontline workers should be given this vaccine first. And so accordingly, we have requested all our partner countries to work out for themselves the quantum of vaccines that they will need right in the beginning, and to communicate it to us, and so that we can clear their export. As you may be aware, the Government of India currently requires to allow or certify the export of the vaccines. And Dr. Jaishankar has explained the two different vaccines that are available, the different modes of keeping them. One needs more refrigeration, one needs less. He also explained that 4 other vaccines are under process and should be ready quite soon, by late March, early April. So we have suggested to our African friends the staggered manner in which they could figure out their own requirements, communicate them to us, and we will ensure that those requirements are met. Well, I'm looking forward to the whole roundtable. I've seen with interest the people who will be speaking and the areas of which they will be speaking. I'm waiting to hear. The COMESA, as one of the 8 regional economic commissions of Africa, is an important entity. And there are other economic commissions with which too we have ongoing close relations. So with that, I think I will just say that it's a pleasure to be here. I'm very happy that Her Excellency Ambassador Kisita could also make it here. I commend Shri Asif Ji for this initiative, and I look forward to going away a bit more enriched, finding out about the Indian exporters from southern India, their issues, what we can do to make this this aspect of our relationship, the trade aspect of our relationship, more important and more dynamic. So thank you very much.